Yemawa kwaba, Batusan Hotel. Where dear, Penny Beshe, Fie de Fie, Yachia Quine Kumasi, just to a charcoal, a quadrabin quine so. No home Joe here tea. You whatever a hot way, Dianai. Your normal, standard, deluxe standard, and our executive room, sir. The more Wi-Fi, DSTV, Yankanja air container, a room beer. You were chef Kukudama. Ye won kono shebia ubenya ye wo ihye mo bia e modaho aye siesie no abefo kwan so ye wo agodie mu ahoto bia kese a etumi fa nipa opemienu ye wo hye wudru ye de ma han phone 0244 6544 58 0246 505327 and 0241 418645 the emails here info2sanhotel@gmail.com. Tucson Hotel FFE.
Country of 56 ambulance and 200,000 P8. Sick nation. I know what we know vex enough. Oh. We know vex enough. We know vex enough. Oh. We know vex enough. They insult us so much. I wonder why we know vex. They have pushed our every button. Oh, I wonder what is next. Monkey they walk, baboon they chop, Them no they stop, them no they stop. So them belly pop, but them still they chop. Them go they chop all the money. Ooh. No development with the money. All in the libby, no lava. I swear, this time we don't go take them yawa. No gangalea, one bag of wire. I swear, this time they go sell that one. 1212 Radio Culture, yes. Welcome indeed to midweek editorial, coming to you rather early in the week because there is stuff to deal with. This week's editorial, midweek editorial, is brought to you by courtesy Tucson Hotel. Tucson Hotel can be located in a Chiakrom, Ejiso, near Kumasi. I tell you, anytime you're traveling to Kumasi, make it a point to stay where you can get a cross between the city and the serenity of the rural. And that is Tucson Hotel. Thank you once more for tuning in. If you are listening on www, of course, you are not listening on www.radio.ghNewsNow.com because that site is still under maintenance as we speak. Apologies for the extended maintenance period. But of course, there are also multiple avenues for our listeners to listen. One of them is modernghana.com. And when you get to Modern Ghana, you just search Radio Culture. So if you're not listening, if you're perhaps listening on one platform and you're looking for another platform, you can always switch between all the multiple platforms that we're on. All right. So you can go to modernghana.com at this time, search Radio Culture, and you will still be with us. If you are also listening via the app, we want to say thank you very much. And to all our listeners, if you have not downloaded the app yet, please do us a favor, go do that. Go to the App Store and Google Play Store at this time and search Radio Culture. Of course, we also have the TV version of the app. It's called iCulture TV, KULCHA, IKULCHA TV, iCulture TV. Please download these two apps because we are about to unleash a flurry of quality entertainment, news, politics, commentary, editorials, sports, everything that is radio worthy. We are about to unleash some quality stuff on your market. So, all right, let's get straight into it today. We're still living in a country of 56 ambulance and how many of our VA? Sick nation indeed. All right, what are we doing today? Let's get straight into it. Today's show is titled, This is Why Rawlings Shut Down the Churches, some churches. Because, of course, Rawlings did not shut down all churches by any stretch. But For those of you who were not around during that period, we will do a little bit of backtracking so that all this will make sense. Please bear with me. First of all, let me introduce myself properly again if you're watching for the first time or you're listening for the first time. My name is Kwesi Esuan Bakun. Kwesi Esuan Bakun. Kwesi E. Bakun is my name, and I am the humble host of this show, Midweek Editorial, which also comes to you on the weekends as Weekend Editorial. Now, we are going to be looking at some of the things, typically, traditionally, which is what they showed us, that are not helping us as a people and which traditional media hardly deals with for various reasons, right? Sometimes things happen in traditional media feels like, okay, they may be veering into legal whatever, or maybe it's out of their, or maybe they're just burdened with too much. So, hey, we're here to mop up some of these things because ultimately what we want to do, people, is to educate people, let people have a sense of self-worth rather than have people use them as we call it pawns in the game. That pisses me off. That really upsets me. And I feel like I have a duty to stand up anytime I see that and put in my 2 cents. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. What are we doing today? We're going to look at this guy called Reverend, and I feel terrible calling him Reverend. So please, let me retract that. Because I do know some decent people who go by that title. And it's very, very, very unfair to such ones to refer to this guy that I'm going to talk about as Reverend. Because there's nothing reverend about him. Nothing. And disclaimer, people, get ready to be enraged because I am enraged. And normally when I'm enraged, especially when I'm enraged because, let me put it this way, when I'm enraged as a result of someone trying to tell me I'm stupid, I freely step up and tell them that no, they are rather stupid. So please, forgive me when you hear some words that on a normal day you might find offensive or whatever. But I feel like this guy is telling all of us that we're stupid as Ghana. And if the CSOs won't do it, if the Christian Council will not do it, if law and order will not do it, we will try to do it. At least we will try. And I know that there's a bunch of people who are probably way too daft to disengage from his shenanigans. But I know that there are also people who will respond to reasoning, common sense. And that's what we are going to be doing today. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this guy called Owusu Bempah. First of all, who is this Owusu Bempah guy? Let me give you a brief background of this Owusu Bempah guy. Owusu Bempah Yobia. Okay, here comes the tree. Obeye Shobasa, get ready, people. Now, because I'm very, very, very enraged about this. Who is Owusu Bempah? Owusu Bempah is somebody that, from accounts, our accounts from classmates, and we do have a very reliable account from a classmate of his, Black Rasta, our very own Black Rasta, was classmates with this guy. He tells us that this guy was not sharp at all, academically. Now, academic sharpness does not equate to sharpness. So let's make that clear. And to be honest with you, for somebody who was supposed to be not academically sharp, to be able to get to this point where he can tie so many people around his pinky and use them as bargaining chips with politicians, no, he is damn smart. He is way too damn smart. And that is the problem. When smartness becomes a problem, then it's a very big problem. Because we were made to think, say, akwa we no onye sharp sir, because school no onya ade. But and I make a choice say, and you be your sharp school bia and a sharp sir. And then you be also on your sharp school no and on your sharp sir, because this guy is very smart. But it gets to a point I won't say that was smartness. Now I say, oh ma ponchiachi. And that is what has happened with this guy called Owusu Bempa. Osofo and a friend. Again, Osofo equates to reverend, or maybe even to a traditional priest or whatever. So I don't want to call him Osofo. I'll just call him Owusu Bempa. He's an inglorious son of a gun. That's who this guy is. Why am I saying this? I just bumped onto this audio bite where this guy, after telling us, now track with me, okay? Track with me. After telling us that Akufo-Addo has disappointed Ghanaians and whatnots, and the Osno has been caged and whatnots, no? After coming out to say on endorse you bia on my prophecy bia say Bawumia be president on country. All of a sudden, said DNA CEO, this guy comes out and starts telling us, say, oh nah, I didn't cry and say uncle says we never vex enough. We never vex enough, Rasta. And I hope, sir, by the end of this show, people at least get an idea why we should be angry at such stupidity. And not just sit and make it like, to some people, it's like entertainment. Or to some people, he's just like, oh, comic relief. Because this is the same asshole who told us, say, Trump will win over Biden. Did Trump win over Biden? And then he came back explaining Taya, this same guy. This same guy. Now, first of all, no, Makase or smart there, but yedim there or smart for because people can share 419, smart, right? But for all the wrong reasons. So let's get that smartness. So let's put it in context. This guy may be smart, but is he smart enough to determine your destiny? That's the question you have to be asking yourself before we even get into this. Because for the sake of time, no, when we start playing the audio, I'll tag along as I do sometimes. Audio, no what? And I'm about two long audios, relatively, right? So to play the whole thing and come back, you may take a bit of time. So what I'm going to do, as I said, no, I'll tag along. So listen carefully. Let's do this together as we go along. I'm asking you right now, the youth of Ghana. I'm asking you the Emesriwa of Ghana, because you still have some time here, oh people. You see youth. But bro, it's not just the youth. It's everybody. The country's for everybody, including the old people. They will vote too. And they also have a stake in the country. They also deserve, say, no, when social security, no, when some type of dignity, rather than having their pensions taken away and telling them, say, a bit in 15 years time or whatever it is that they were telling them. These people are stupid as hell. And they're coming back to tell us, say, oh, vote them into power. And you have somebody like Owusu Bempa telling us, say, God will not listen to the cries of all these people in Ghana who are calling out to him, say, God, come and save us from such tyranny. But God will depend on him, stupid punk like Owusu Bempa, to go gather some sand to come and do what the fuck only he knows. Stupid asshole. This guy, bro, listen, man. I'm upset. I'm upset because when I see Owusu Bempa, anyway, why don't we just go and play the audio, okay? So that when we come out, everything else that we're going to say, we can put it in perspective. And like I said, we will tag along, all right? Please bear with me. We'll put it on the audio in a quick second.
Your mouth is full of baller. I was insulting elder. Hungry man, they defend master. At the end of this month, though, no food for baby's mouth, though. Wifey, they scream and shout, though. Everything is going so, though. Meanwhile, oh God, and his family, they enjoy. No vex enough, oh. We know vex enough.
Okay, all right. We never vex enough. Listen, Before we go to listen to this audio, the first bit of audio is old. It's an old piece of audio. But I'm playing this first because I want us to put it in perspective, okay? This guy, this same Osu Bempa guy, who has prophesied many things that never came to pass, whose work is more of a guess game than anything else. I've done shows on this guy. Go on our channel, please. Go to the videos. You see other videos that I've done on this guy. He's a quack. He's fake as hell. He prophesies. That's what he does. He prophesies. That's what Osu Bempa does. He prophesies. He conjectures. That's what he does. That's the prophecy. But anyway, this same guy, or say, omo yenom bi ansana Akufo-Addo eba be president. And or listed some of those things that they be because somebody like Captain Smart. At some point, Captain, you have to come out and tell us Saadiana Osu Bempa Ekano. Because the all can it say woo nimbibio. Ednam enoma be a course where man nipa bi woo ye obi ka soma sort ye wo you can say motorway Mrs. Gladys Asma was wine woo ye obi a boy be a coach try the car and all kind of things that happened no. All that was done to make Akufo-Addo president. This is the same guy I was saying, say, Yanko Ponce on Cossisa near. Remember, this guy, after Koye, let's assume, said your Koye, BB, let's assume. Let ye funny, sir, said Joye, why Oye BB. If he did, then what he did, what did he reap? 8 people died during elections. Apart from Omo Wabobo Mudi Omu ye on their own, no. 8 people. People, 8 people were killed during elections. That's whatever you did reaped. And Tinipa were sending a chibio, yes, sending the okabio to start with. And the disasun normally sign kratun chaya. Is he smart enough to determine the future for menewo yema me anewo wa wutie me no wa me wutie me say no bisa ho sa question no say Osu Bempa smart enough to choose who should lead Ghana in the next 4 years. Yenti Dokai will come back. Okay, Munti Diokani closely, okay? Munti Diokani closely from this point going, or say Akufo-Addo nti. South audio we me first, no. I listened with a very open mind. So I was like, I mean, or say Akufo-Addo nti obi na etra. It could be say maybe your partner say Akufo-Addo nti no obi crampo kokodi campaign the chebi or wakonya accident be man na etra or something like that. But listen closely, and yes, I know partner. Listen closely, and yes, I know partner. Because or say omu ye bibi. And as I bibi na resulting in this no way ya okekani now. What is the first also be na yetra? Yen twasunte, listen closely. Captain, please. Say, in fifra me tine wohanyina bebrebe nyina no, you are one person who can just possibly put an end to this for us. So because also been passing yem Bissau. Captain Smart. Captain Awababe, national hero. Coming from back then when you yourself admitted, say you were doing some of the jandam, saying, said John Mahama will fear or Abuja and all, Dubai and all of those things, and then you know, Kreno. Nina Itrim, say no, Wababe ye Paul, not the Saul that we knew, right? Wababe reinvented, huh? And a lot of people have decided to bat an eyelid over the past and just accept you as somebody who has the interest of Ghana at heart. Uye obia sisi ni pepe bebrabe ajewatum se senke ye nyamo seswa anke bia anka aban we nko be fa ne ho edi e won no bebre anka oye ho. I can mention you, I can mention a few names. Amu ye nipa bia ye be fam se senka ye nyamo a. Right? Some of us, we are doing our best too, but some of you are more connected to certain sources of information. Sometimes some of us even tap from you guys. Captain, what you say? Because who have more access to the politicians in the identity, so who can't say, it carries a lot of weight. And as I say, also been passing yembe Bissau say, and normal because so and sana Akufo-Addo Babe president. Nipa kroya sanse wakwose sanya wo Ghana na chese bibi sa be kwaso bio yesu enim se Akufo-Addo Babe president no 8 people died and no kasa so added to the list of 8 no by telling us about Mrs. Gladys Asma any boy bia ne car soma sortie or motorway any obi ye twa ne nan and a litany of other people are ebia ye krampo ye nimo captain but also ye mbusao. And to make it all complete for us to Captain Smart, any DMO, my brother, I think I'm older than you. I think I'm older than Captain Smart. I think so. Kame Becca's a big brother, but you know, because so we nyama, Captain, when you nyam, my fun is all your penny. What I say, Casania, no, into the young fun something Kame Becca's a big brother, but I think I'm actually older than you. You're finding in Antonio, there may be someone smart. Come out and clear that for us. Clear that for us. Also, ben pasi yembe busao se BBC and sana Akufo-Addo Babe president. Asade no involve the pebia or muwu ye ne obi an car. Any accident you try and sana ye de pie. Or see yembe busao, Captain Smart. I'm throwing out the challenge. Please clear this for us. Now let's go back to Usubempa. Or say enam anunti ena Mama Gladys Asma owuye. Mama Gladys Asma webusia for omo wahemfa. Have they taken action? Have they asked this man? This man is taking responsibility for the death of your Odishie Gladys Asma. Mama Gladys Asma family should be asking this guy questions. Mamia Mabuzia. I think I met Amabuzia at Bard College some time ago. I think it was a Chinua Achebe lecture or something like that. Some time ago, back then in New York, Bard College. I met her there. Nice person. You see, we nine etra because of Akufo-Addo. We bisa questions, Mami Amabuzia. And also. What? Or see, be in one Akufo-Addo intimate. Hey, Akwa kika sansem we nyina oda so te Ghana obi ambusa ne hwe o. And Akufo-Addo ankasa so kra no ne office. Adenti na mumbusa Akwa we asembia about sasem we okan. Adenti na mo react to sasem we okan ye. Adentra, I don't understand. Obi say, first of all, Jadi Panekra Kano or Pache say, Akufo-Addo is not even fit to be president. Senkenyo no. Ni divine intervention and Akufo-Addo kra no and Kawamba ye president. And to be full say you should take that serious. Akufo-Addo wankasa kwa you should be angry. Sa kwa wiki kasa ankwasi the same way. President Akufo-Addo, akwa we say enyo or not ni divine intervention. You are not fit to be president. You would never have become president but for his divine intervention. I think you should be enraged as well.
Your office should call this guy to order. Besides, or charge him along with himself, say, people died before Akufo-Addo became president. Are we going to sit down and ask nothing about that? And now say, be a soon sumun semuntino, yentimin country because yentimin provi, yentimin fan court. Yabe baho. Yabe duho, and we'll deal with the matter when we get there. Stay with me. Okay, now let's put this in further perspective. Sa tape we know it came out at a point at a time. Sa kwa we say wakwakoye bibi, very vulgar, right? With another person, also claiming so a woman of God who said agrada, and now or some type of argument, and or call agrada ho. Yes, it's or tools or boys be called honum so most like he did something that was against the law. So Dampare swiftly moved in and arrested him. And nunti na kwa webu fu a wababe janwa afe dia or revealing in samache ye no. Into the kwa we patch and say he is above the law. He is above the law. Or young nobody should even flinch because or no. And not the president in Siakonya so or your kingmaker. Kwasiasim say. Yeti ona ka ye pe obi anka sebe nka na dwemu onim nyansa kakra na ka obeka sa asem ya kyerɛ sɛ ɔno ɛna ɔyɛ kingmaker anka beka sɛ okay akodo ɔyɛ we can ride with his choices na wo sa akwa we usu bempa. But that's not the most outraging thing. The most outraging thing is the masses of people who are following him and listening to such stupidity. But again, let me put this in there. I don't think so. The congregation that's stupid though. I don't think so at all. Sorry, they didn't go to the church because of politics. They went there for the word of God, only to encounter somebody who is hell-bent on misleading them politically. It is sorry them so abana so be John 3:16. That's a John 3:16 in Mwako Dane Bawumia 10:18. He has no choice. So better now say Tiebisa. So out of fanful, fanfooling. So Charlie, sa audio na me born audio na me born after we say no. Please go and find the video version of that. I'll try and put the video version in the link at some point. Please, guys, put the video version in the link for me. But share, I didn't me person video version and say share the reaction of Omokra no Mujina Nichina or cancer. Some of them were completely dumbfounded. Because or no and or de Akufo-Addo esi you can saying akonyaso. Inti. Okay, let me start that. Listen, this is the thing. This is what I mean when I say soon sumwa dia na for finds okay where soon sumwa semuntino. Listen, say soon sumwa sema. He has come out and what's the word? Wababe threaten would Dampare or say a deal be ya no Dampare. Charlie Montague Ghana Police Force, Ghana Police Service, whatever they are called. Ghana Police Service, I think they're called. Montague Ghana Police Service, mami. Please, tag the Ghana Police Service for me. This guy has threatened the IGP. Dampare Mekai se okase ma obia and there was something he said, some edict that he gave about fake prophecies and stuff like that. Dampare, was that only for 31st night? If not, this guy is blaspheming. You have to go and pick him up again. Pick him up again. Show him where true power lies. Pick him up again. He's threatening you. That's criminal. That's against the law. What he say? Ain't you so say a BBC was soon sumuna say yent me improve ya. What ba out or ba threaten no? Yanto aso. Albert ebusuafo mate. Albert, may he so rest in peace. Ebusuafo ne car esoma sorti wo motorway ye twitwa car na nsa na yetimi yi ne film. Osu bempasio nim hu bio munkobusa no. Owusu bempa si onim Albert ne car soma sorti wo motorway a ekotwitwa car na nsa na yetimi yi ne pie no. Menkae ebusuafo ya. Ebusuafo ni nyina montie mi se owusu bempa si onim Albert saa ni wo no onim hu bi munkobusa no. Well, osi munkobusa Kufuado. Manu ensikwa mesi munkobusa no. Osi munkobusa Kufuado. Ye busa mu mienu nyina abom. And to think, say, this is the personal. Omujina honoma one person claim said there was something fishy about Professor Mills's death. Me who video be recently when Koko Anidoho was clearing something up. Paul Adumotre invited Koko Anidoho to his program. I think in the hopes, say, Obeba beka bibia ebe inflammatory for the NDC concerning Professor Mills's death. The complete opposite happened, if you ask me. This guy went there and cleared the air about all that nonsense going on. How the good professor passed on to greater glory. All the nonsense they were saying about Edinburgh Children's Hospital and Edinburgh pick up and he cleared all of that. None of that was true. And Paul Adumotre was left sitting there like the complete buffoon that he is. And Koko Anidoho na so one so kra so chale by come na ya na kenye come na ya Koko ka otowo kakra and can somebody like you with this loud voice there and at least ka obetimi cry one of the major communicators in the NDC say wo kwakwo gina bibia hu say wo ko say wo ba o and kwakwo gina wo afi na wo kan no kre too little too late they've kicked you out of the NDC. You're still going around saying say you are an NDC member. You are not an NDC member. Nana when you busua eye blood o so bekasa chinchina wufi mu eku no mwate no ya boy scout and na wako boy scout ni bi and went to aduse na ye yiwedi o si chinchina am ye boy scout Kuku onye boy scout onye NDC okay yento aso. Okay, I think that part is repeating. Wow, kwasi asem sei. Osi Akufo-Addo ewu wo Volta. Na nkenye ono a, na ni party mi gina ho fasa na nsen ya mo say adunche dua akwa kese ninim ebeba be Jesus enim or something to that effect. There was a barrage of you can say insults being rained down on him. People could not fathom say the face of that image now, my friend Jesus, no can be a black man. But anyway, baby, I'll leave that alone. I'm not gonna get mixed up in that. That's not my point. My point is say, I don't change no. You heard the reaction, but this guy is saying worse things, clothed in political shenanigans, and nobody's even batting an eyelid. Nobody is saying anything. And yeshua kwa no ke kanse hunu saa no ko sesa nkenya ono a enka Akufo-Addo wuye ewo ye kan sen Volta region mo amobusuafo ewu nyina mo nso mo nko na sorry ho obetimi nya ni nipa mo ewu sese ya let's do that mo nko bona bombo saa na kan na bombo You bought when them channel, you tamu, Mombana bombo, Namofanen co hospitals, no. Na omoba be winning na akwa wen kom omuni na nyane enye sa ye ne will become. Because this idiot is telling us say nyankopon na ono som no oyenyimu to the point says akufado ebe wudi a otimi be frɛ ɔno sɛ ma mani wu no anka sɛ nyankopɔn ene ma na nwu ɔse ɔno ene wa ma na nwu ɔno enti ene wa ma akufado enwu na sɛ obi enim entimi enye Jesus enim a edwuma na Jesus bɛyɛ ye ne de ebetimi ayɛ ade obi betimi agye afa. We have some hypocritical, and I'll come to you, the Christian Council, because some questions say I should not be going on under your watch. You should issue a statement. Say, it's not Christ-like. What is Christ-like? What is Christian? A Christian, you be or you Christ-like. They are all ye. Which part of it is Christ-like? Which part of their also empire ye is Christ-like? I bet me I say the church near Christian church. Jesus, and if who say, oh, yeah, mixed up with the Pharisees and the Sadducees, or no, and actually, which of the Pharisees and the Sadducees should be the governor of Galilee? If who say Jesus say yes, sir. Whatever happened to give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar? That's what Jesus said. That's what he did. And so, when we be or no, or say not sorry in Christian church. But or say, or sorry, or Ninama or Sisa from the 9 regions, and it will be there. You could see a Konyaswa, Che ye two, Che Owu and Sana. Because same say, and to woody of a President Kufuor AC a Akonyaso. I didn't think a President Kufuor that soon to Akonyaniso. Because same sanet at home. What's that Tamils not being yet? Ain't TB Joshua na one casan so more sign bonny tree to the Bia say, the Bia or ni TB Joshua, ni TB Joshua na wada na. Na wada. And I say, oh, the any can TB Joshua, the any can't into no being yet. Because TB Joshua, the Bia no yet before from oh, the any day.
Never. Nasa kasi mutini free and I'm a boy. Es gracia or yonko aje wamwa. A quine in it. Yakan go matiatra. Ubu niego masumo mino nania. Bibisa. Kebi mami kebi yajuma. O my etimukano kurani ekuejuma. Bibisa. Tipeni.
Okay, that was history. That was when he came out to say all those things. So Namomenti, the latest shenanigans or the Abba 2 years. Apart from same person telling us Osnono has been caged and whatnot. And ne Munti Asema Usubempa Ekache and Wagana has said.
He will be one of the best presidents. And I said that he will be one of the best presidents. And it came to pass. The development. Now not to come for the development. And when we say but development. Now free education. There are so many things he's done. Now we need campaign, man. Now you know what? I am not campaigning for him. Mama who say and comes and up. From free SHS. Why too much? So whether you believe it or not, you must have done well. Must airport for Sunyani Airport and the airport in Sunyani share overhead and the interchanges that he has constructed. The one in Tamale. So Empaka is an Akufaroba. You have said you're gonna please TV. And you're gonna go ahead. Now some people say that during Nana Conference Day, US the Osubempa
Miti US Sabi mpreduasa. Minye aduane di. Minya atade hye. Minya baby tena ema masum dwome. Mekoto ade a next week mekona ne bo ensign free call 5 times that. San kwasi asem na mo sori na mo kasta US ayede ho ayede no. Bi so bia wo US ha se da ben e no mo kokoda ya omo nye aduane ndi etese se na esi koso wo Ghana ho no. Kwasia oti Ghana e ka chen se US ayede. US nye edin. Wiase baby ayede a edidi in relative terms. De bia me kama sem bi me say se wo ho na to se wo ba esu. Na so oye wen na fe no etwa so because okay be odi agro na ade. But so soon as no sense no say no, there's something going on, and that is what is going on in Ghana. And so wo sani pa jinjan we what be jan say ebe ka che say US ayedin enti anye ya no din na yentena Ghana na yema aban kro na wa collapse country no yensama nto aso because US ayedin we are boa. This is not my style. I don't even know where that came from. Should I retract? No, sir. Because if I retract, I'll only be doing so for the sanity of the platform that I'm on. But deep within me, I mean it. Because only animals like this. Say USAID. Or say Akufo-Addo one of the best presidents. Hey, into more and more, you're afraid to be alternative reality. It's our strategy in you see on us. And that is why it is important for us to also keep our foot on the gas. Say we are not going to let their nonsense slide. Because Ghana ye din no, ye ma wombambe can't do a team say Ghana ye din. Ghana ye din extraordinarily. I've been around. I've seen Ghana go through many phases, including during when there was famine. I was around. I saw it. But the way Ghana say din say it's extraordinary. Tient na how many people say wo Emma mekan say Ghana nye din because abrochra ye din. Fortunately, I'm speaking to you from abrochre. Abrochre nye din. Abrochre enye din. Abrochra ye din. You are talking about inflation figures, whatnot. In spite of all of that, abrochre people feed and go to sleep and get good health care. People go to school. There's supplies in the schools. The roads are being built. There's food in the supermarkets. Is that what we are seeing in Ghana? Our big jump catch and say, stupid. Okay, I did when person more market I did way. Okay, so that's more can't say more marking to woman. We be can be but more marking to woman because me the be ade, me the be cancel. Or say sisike ni ubotomu a eno nkyere say amamu nko ye. Nti wusu bempa e din e na kyere say amamu nko ye. When the citizens omo need the wherewithal to go on their daily activities. O sorry a unye scam fam fa trotro enko baby kra so kokoye wedwuma. Unye scam fan to aduane ni. Unyes can fentia bibiaka. You can say taxes and tariffs kosro. Utia COVID tax. Utia COVID tax. I'm a Nigerian. Utia ska airport. I'm a obiofi Nigeria. And wababe jiska no ediako. But sika ni ubotom ni nyine no. It doesn't matter. Muncha to mama de bekasem. It is a ding. Okay, mommy kasa machines ni wasem. Mo kai say some journalists be revealed say you kind of saying MPP they have hired some consultants from South Africa, right? For to you kind of saying advise them on their campaign strategy and stuff like that. And mind you, this I hear is the same consultancy that was contacted by William Ruto's government. Ruto by the by. Anyhow, so this is why I'm trying to make the connection, because they told these people, say, they didn't do anything at all in terms of development. But everybody is pointing to say, mobile, that we don't see development. And in the last few months or so, no, have you seen some imagery that's being presented to you as development? All of a sudden, my friend Kofi Tonto, go to Kofi Tonto's Facebook page. Every day, I know we're posting some nonsense of a project to be a honor, say, oh, there's some way going. And then I always go there and comment, this could have been done within the 8 years. You wait till the last few months. And then recently, they went to go bring all these, I don't know what to call those things, earth-moving equipment, really, earth-moving equipment, that they were showing, say, okay, now they're going to put in the district. First of all, that is in the constitution. That's supposed to be done. You didn't do it this whole time. And I think why are they? But what happened to all the other excavators now? What happened to all those? Right? So we're looking, if those, some people are saying, I won't even toe that line, because to me, this equipment, unless I didn't take a too close look, but it looks like they may be new. However, to me, it's still too little, too late. Too little, too late. What I say? These people are jokers. Obake can question some. We mamun fi no. Oh, hell yeah. I can bet my bottom dollar on that. Nah. And this is why I'm enraged. Or say, oh no, also bempa. And the betina kunyani so oh no, and I didn't betina so. Civil service organizations, where are you? Oh, the moment train, you really winning now. I'll take all the bodies that I want to address, and then I'll address them. But listen.
Mr. President Kufuor and runabout. Nana Kufuor now you 9 months in Yapunya Sutana. But I didn't.
Okay, I want you to mark something there for me. Okay, because she say no, or person chel say baumia, and na ono ekwakosa anwea na omode na betina konya ne so. Right? Mama ya dwinye dwuma. Me, I'm a student of you kind of saying analysis and interpretation from Dr. Martin Owusu. Tima adwene no se me basa me analyze bibia wo hu. I'm not even playing, but just by the by. Let's analyze the Okani though. Listen, or say Kufuor abreso na ye runabout, whatever that means. Akufuor abreso no na ye den na okaye. Na dia be die eya anwea. Note say obo only NPP candidates. Or say Kufuor, na say Kufuor no di ni si ade so. Okoye runabout you say dey no ye you or say runabout. Enna eba Kufuor eno san kokoye bibi no kokoye no mde ne baye. Edu mails so no. He had nothing to do with it, obviously, because he didn't say so. Edu Mahama so no, he had nothing to do with it. But osan kwakofo bi bio akosa anwea e de naba. Enti oso wadwene ye adwuma so okache so kofa bawomia no de naba. It's as simple as that. What you say? Osikufo a time na ye runabout. Kufuado time na ye akonya so tena o se den den o kan. Na this time there nipa no mokofa na ba no ya anwea na ofikufo e no skipe atamels e no skipe mahama e no kwa Kufuado e no skipe what you say? E no chese obi foforo bia o obesan ba no. Common sense or person chose Baumia and no mokwa kofa na ba no. This is the same person just couple weeks ago. Oja hon ma ordinary say on car she say Baumia na. Of course at that time na ni nyan na funumuma. Na campaigning started ni nyan budget for him. So much na say ye no mo bi say no this guy the way normal see no. The congregation we may need them. Yen sanko and na no anin sama ni break tire okore ye no. Esan so ne daye. Because uko sa kwa we are sorry. That's a wadwin ye juma. And I'm not saying so sorry wadwin ye juma. I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination. People go to wherever they go to for different reasons. Obi wo honma obekọ akwa we are sorry. Enya asema o kanu na otie o. Or one any reason. Obi crowd na was sporty girl be honum ntina pese. When I make no Into me make his mistake so obi akwa we are sorry automatically. He's as dumb as this guy or as the other people cheering him on. No, I believe that there's some very smart people who will disappoint this guy, who probably as fake as they come. This is why CSOs, please mark this again, because I'll come back to this point. Or say, Obitimika Sabano Crow 121 monetoye, Yanko Pondi above 4. If you view Emma Mobeto, and ye bray and why then. CSOs, Namosora Namakoko discover international bodies, or say, Modeba promoted democracy. No, you have to act on this. Because or count to your team say, the Yakoba Yakasa democracy and then Kwasi Assem, a brand swan, above 4. If we view him and a mobile to Abano. It's had them crying a year bray home. What's your same say? What it? If you get to watch the video version of this Wesena, look at the interpreter's reaction at this point. I'm showing you, I'm giving you a video mark, I'm giving you a time mark, right? Bebia okese, obi aji cake no, obedini kama, onya kasa pepepe. Look at the reaction of the interpreter and the other guy standing behind them. No, they themselves, they were shocked. Also, Bempa, skana wakojini ma boys ni husu. Because omo body language ni nchese omo hwade ni so. And I would na wo sheda kesa Akufo-Addo cry ma o hwe ni ade oboa Akufo-Addo may not have given him anything, Bawumia has. What I say? So can you no person or ja window bi to ho. It's oba no kesa sama man kesa Bawumia ma me hwe me si Akufo-Addo na ma me hwe. Bawumia ene se wa ma obibi. My boys ni hu so because boys ne body language ni kire say omo nim se bibi aba. Because omo tin sama o keka e. And after Musa we run about it, almost say, what may have happened? Boy, mamu who's can so. What I say? Unkwame fan show, interpreter no or bread. O can't say me, I say me call all kind kwasi no cleaning up kakra ma. Mamu who's can so.
Confusion. Now, when I said that, when I said that, and I know I'm a catch there.
Okay. Akwa say or can say osono eshe cage mu. And everybody knows the imagery of that. MPP osono eshe cage mu. Na edu saa bre no na omoko bibia na ye bom ntutuo. Na se say no waka kyerɛ mo sɛ ɔsono no epie free cage nim. Enti ntutuo ne gyae. Ghana for bomo yem boss ankofo ye heavy ntutuo pa for the sake of saa osu bempa guy way. Heavy one pa. NDC Youth Wing, I'm giving you that challenge. Moma yehu a resounding continuous instances of booing just to discredit this nonsense. Once we say why be near catcher no, but to him, or one can no kick us as a natural one. Or when say and Kwasasem no count, but they need his congregation. Samia Wuku, anyone why no pastors no more ne honi in I say pastors, politicians no more ne honi in no. They know he's full of shite. But they need the thousands of people now more budget and so no. Which is why they are still entertaining him. Otherwise, also believe me, go away. They know you are a buffoon. Which is why winning way you it's say they will to be the handcuff a go nine. And who shake cry. You ain't seen none yet.
Presence visiting. Now, just about Monday's dawn, I was in my room and the presence of God visited me. Now, this way the car catch him say, now, but before that, God had told me to ensure that I will gather sand in all the regions of Ghana. So I obeyed the instructions of the Lord and I gathered the sand. And you call baby. Yadusi akunyaswa obianti mintu aju oguo yakho and the radical fa hoso anwia and also fa anwia and
Mommy and prove Akwa we saw a fake ass motherfucker. Let's prove that. Akwa we say or be bia ye do ko ho a ye do si akonwa ne so a kire owuo. Hwan e na wodi ne si akonwa ne so a kire owuo a obetimi dey prove sad na kire e wo so be prove kire. Because as far as we are concerned, no, from when you have been around, unless maybe from earlier time on in and now or around there, but then starting for Rawlings. Rawlings, he wasn't on the seat till a war. And you have not even laid any claims. I won't put out the Rawlings season. Yen ko sanko for na wo claim say na odi omu season. Yen focus on omumi no. Osi Kufo and Akufo-Addo. And between Kufo and Akufo-Addo no, why and atena so achire owuo a odi be prove sam kwasi asem na wo ka no say bebi ohonoma ye do ko achire owuo. Because enka chire owuo dia enka wo de Kufo kotena so a na ka chire wo say enka sisi a e wo say Kufo still a president because Kufo is alive. And so on your president bio enti again and awudina so odi kan sam kwasi asem no say wo bebi ohonoma say de wo ko honoma chire owuo. Akufo-Addo no and it all can Akufo-Addo is preparing to hand over his notes. And sadly for him, no, he's not going to be able to hand over to who he wants to. Retreat here, no man here. Because the heist is complete. But we are going to give a hard chase. Akufo-Addo, what don't call for more Robbie Bank Navy, but a more hot chase. What I say, now hot chase na debe mamo no. We are not going to bring in Baumia to distract us because the Baumia ba prepare. Let's just say the heist is complete. Let's just say nothing is going to happen, and that is why some of us we are vowed so that will never happen. That will never happen. So me kotia me to say baby ya de ukọ ho a kire owuo ansana. Why and odi ni prove? Because Kufuor is still alive. Kufuor is not president. Until when I didn't even prove it, say, whoa, baby, I would need panic or tina so actually woo and sana.
And I went to a place where they have a monarchical system.
Won't say na make can say so can kwasi asema na interpreter na cleaning up amano. Ebi anie or can kwasi asema no interpreter say monarchical system because or can ye pa mama fata so obi abe say so for na can kwasi asema.
And the Lord told me to take sand from that place, and I took sand from that place and I brought it. Asma make maybe I won't
Yes. Because it doesn't make sense. Also for MC no with digari ama na broso. MC say you no digari ama na broso. And now the crocodile and now wunya nightmares, food coma nightmares. That's what was going on in your head. Because this is madness. So be catch and say wo nipa bi ti say wo. And ye can say all the thousands and millions of people or more bumpire say God should rescue us from the tyranny of Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. Wo sa kwasiampeni we won kwa obetimi turning around. Amagana akwena. How fucking dare you, man? Yo, listen, man. Sakwen ka also jina ho no kasa na no bia fa de tinu wa hwe na sum with the left hand with won sa minipa bi membo ni din or too famous to be. Or ni style bia no hwe nkofo sum or hwe wasum left hand or hwe wasum a ni sa 5 no, believe me, I bet spread it equally among some parts out to say it will send some vibrations in your head to the right places. So receive that type of slap na what do na start ye djuma bio. Also be shisa kwa we sum finichi. I'm not preaching violence, I'm just saying. Because they all say yes, I'll say something different, like shut his mouth down. And it comes back to that title of the show today. This is why Rawlings shut down churches. Now, before we proceed, and I say, actually, let me put this thing for the end. Let's finish this guy's audio before we get it all mixed up. Let's finish it up.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You don't understand. What we are interested in is the development of the nation.
So, or mining cost war according to WoW standard. And it says, Sikeni Yabutomumpa a year. Come back, so ya boa bio, but when you say me yes, I prepare now, say me apologize right after that. Into the main case, ya boa. But how's my working? I am boasem.
And not money from someone. So, even though I gathered sand, anytime I go before God and I ask the Lord that, Lord, I have sand. What should I do? God will tell me, take your time. Wait. Exercise patience. So I was wondering, why should I be waiting for all these months? Because you told me I should take the sand. I have taken the sand. So Monday's dawn. Then the presence of God visited me. The angel that came. Now the angel that came, I saw, you could see currents of lightning moving through his body from the crown of his head to the sole of his feet. It was moving. And when he came, he introduced himself to me as one of the princes. And he said to me that he's one of those that changes the destiny
Muti nkwasasemi muti.
of nations. And he said to me that he is the one who gives authority and gives the sovereignty of nations to the person who the Lord desires. And he said to me, the God of all creation, your Father and my Lord and your Lord has sent me to you. Just like he sent us to Daniel some years ago. You see, some people will prophesy, but the work that must accompany the prophecy
Moshe video na edu sa point we see so Monshe nipa no so ye ne witness Nana Kwesi is my witness no Monshe on so ne reaction also bempa me say Nana Kwesi hu ska ne so ska na mo de bra ho no Nana Kwesi hu so because so kind Nana Kwesi am witness Nana Kwesi as a statue na esi to am runabout no so am runabout statue as a statue be esi baby momu hu ska ne so
Some people came to me in the house and they said to me, including man of God, we have been to so many places, but wherever we have gone to, they have told us that if we don't come and see you, whatever we will do will not succeed. And he said some men of God have even told us the same thing. Some people are prophesying that NDC will win the election. Some people are also prophesying that NPP will win the election. But sometimes I just stare at certain things and it causes me to just laugh. 7th December, 8th December, 9th December, and you by 9th December, we will know those who are truly prophets. And after the election results is declared, then you will know what God used Prophet Osman to do. It's not about long speeches. It's not about
what you enye about Ghana ayedin enye ska bi ni ubotom na ya about dien about dien tina ye elected nipa se omumedi eso adentina nipa sebe according to wa Kufuor no ano obi ade ye mienu na nyina ye kase de ye mienu ni nyina ekire no ye nipa ba akose no embambe gina ho se ye oye nyina ye pani yemfa ye toa yetua no yemfa ntua ne ka yemfa make sure so why comfortable yemfa top private jet in see baby man so ko baby onu na betinem yemfa scan si dan fe say ye from Jubilee House yemfa ne konkotena ho edi ntra if not for scare be buy botom na ye ho atoyen say oman na ekoso a say na yakani na so ye ho betoyen then what else is it about also bempa what else is it about seriously ube jina honom eka kire se masa so wo ye religious normal jina ho na ye wade obi amman be ka hwe nkire wo but this year baby wo dey head kono Ubema some of us better tackle you in a certain way. You will not enjoy it all. Because who catch a Ghana phone in say sebi ye Jimmy say enye about sika any ye bottom. Enye about on mine ye dear cause enye about anything. Enye about wo 1 year ubekwa kwasi safe regions. What bodam? What bodam?
that you have no money to spend.
Wow.
Somebody said, no, I am tired, I am angry, I will not vote, I will not cast my vote.
What? What's what Saka kwase na bio? First or say abofo ebefi baby no maba be vote. Se say so say wo bekasa wo bofu vote. When you beba ho so no na wo di team. Let us kwakoye bibia ebe dane wa adwen. Amasa assemblesi. Now let me go on and address the people who I think should be addressed in this scenario. Also bempa de any way. I can't there was a catcher no. Hopefully we have been able to show right thinking people what a fake guy this guy is. And how he prophesies all the time. Maybe we'll come back to him as we round up. But there are some groups of people and some individuals that I want to address concerning this thing. Let's start with you, Akufo-Addo. And I've given a hint about this. Akufo-Addo, Akwawe essay or Newo Muye Bibi, which involved people being killed, people dying for you to become president. I expect you to react to that. The office of Akufo-Addo, I expect you to react to that. Now, the NDC, anytime I stand for Wemo, ever raise any issue concerning Professor Mills's death, I want this to be the response because the NDC has responded to how Professor Mills died. Akufo-Addo should respond to how Gladys Asma died. Because also been passing on Mbibi about it. And that's for you, Mr. Akufo-Addo, president, who will soon be no more president, Akufo-Addo. That's for you. I also want to address the civil service organizations. My good friend, Dr. Osai Kwapon and your people, all those people, you know, organizations, some of the improve democracy in the country. No, you are not doing a good job of it because this guy is unraveling the work that you are doing. You are going around telling people that the best system of governance for us, no, is a democracy, where we all go to cast our votes and our votes are counted, and then the person or the group of people who have the number of the most number of votes, no, get elected to represent everybody else, and then after some time we go back and we do the same thing. So this is what we have all signed on to as a nation. So this is how we elect our leaders. Here comes some guy who is saying, no, none of that matters. What matters is me, some half-baked literate, going and gathering sand from some places or going some runabout or something. Me, and I met you see my leader, amamo. And this young fan say, nipe bi edges are the two mutrima CSOs. Nature say, or more to mu say, I didn't cry upon a mosi young concord voting and going, and who here, because me co voting in nature, cry in nature, no. Also, bempa, any bet you see president, am I? And it's your duty to say something to this guy about those shenanigans because he's working against the tenets of democracy. He's working against the work that's being done to promote democracy in a part of the world. And I won't single out any CSO. All the CSOs, I expect you to jump on this. You have to issue a statement to this guy. I also want to speak to Dampare. But my hint that in the course of the week, Dampare, this guy is threatening you. And one person now sign some edict say some prophecy be made confusion abani ade no. This is one of them. Act. Enough said for Dampare. I also want to speak to the Christian Council of Ghana. People, Christian Council already know at this time as we speak, you people shit your body. I won't lie to you. You already shit your body. People don't have faith in the Christian Council anymore. They don't believe anymore, say they are non-partisan. They don't believe anymore, say they are capable of being, you're kind of saying, a non-aligned arbiter. People don't have that anymore. But the very least you can do is to whip your people back in line. People like this, who is giving a bad name to that whole religion. Like I said, I know some really decent people, including some in my family, who carry the tag reverend, and I know them. So when I see somebody who is carrying that tag, and going on in some way, it leaves a very bad taste in my mouth because I know. Say one training here, I'm for because I suffer. And so now yes, I net here. You are sharing recently video be me who here. Tibon cause for be best. All those people in that room, I mean, Jimmy said 2/3 of them can write their names. And no kwa good dime beam. And when you could be Jimmy Niba could be Abidjan when you know crowd might say Yankopon catch and say, but Umia is going to be president. Why do you use the name of God like that? Where is the God of old who used to let people disappear into the ground when they blaspheme like that? Let me not say so much as to even go and carry their burden and say, make myself they say something bad against God or whatever. You understand? But all I'm saying is that back in the day, no can be say, okay, papa, na a former bieno rim by the Bible accounts. Akwebi, Akojina baby, and a month or Mokojana or Matagi, 1,000 pastors. They say, hey, some 1,000 pastors are we are not, it doesn't phase anybody because in Ghana, no, what mean 1,000 pastors, Kumasi Nkwa. Okay, say Kumasi Nkwa, open pastors, 1,000, Ubenya. It's 1,000 pastors, so they could all be residents of Kumasi Nkwa. Big deal. When you go to other parts of Ghana where this works, we'll see what happens over there as well. And you find another 1,000 pastors who are also not in favor of Baumia, because the pastors, they say, doesn't a dime. Obi actually Bible paper, no could do so say pastor something, reverend something, prophet something. God, I hear with the nonsense. So, Christian Council, you need to redeem yourself. You have to issue statements because, say, you're a Christian. I repeat, it's somebody who is Christ-like. Christ-like, no. And if I'm who said Jesus, any Sadducees, any Pharisees, no more turn more chill it together. Okay, so yeah, okay. Nyankopon crack at him, so when I'll be a president. That's why how you know this guy is fake. And so my next one is to the NDC. NDC, Charlie, it's not a given. No. It is not a given. Some of you are acting as if say it's a given. Fifi Kwete, General Secretary, all due respect, but I have one for you, sir. I met you in Chicago. I asked you, I was started trying to get an interview with you because it didn't happen. I said, okay, let me take your phone number so we can at least speak later on and things like that. You gave me a phone number. First of all, it's not on WhatsApp. Fair enough, maybe, whatever. But you are trying to reach people. You want to be where people are. That said, I went and used the office phone line, the landline, which is might expensive. But I'm like, at least let me establish that contact, and then the line hits a snag. Are you serious? Are you serious? So as a general secretary, Obi intimate reach you because the number you gave them is hardly accessible. What if they have something key to share with you? I'm just saying. Sami Jemfi, I spoke with you. I asked you, what is your plan for engaging the foreign media? Sami, these people, their plan can include shutting down the internet in Ghana during the elections. When that happens, sir, your only backup is the foreign Ghanaian media like us. So treat us with some respect. Because we are not kokroko or whatever it is, clicking click. No, what is it, baby? I did no more or whatever it is they're saying. You are treating us like whatever, but you don't know the impact we are having. When shit hits the fan, we are the last defense. Akufo-Addo cannot shut down my internet. Akufo-Addo can never shut down this platform. Akufo-Addo cannot shut down loud silence media. Akufo-Addo cannot shut down Free Mind. He cannot shut down Nkoto. He cannot shut down any of these other platforms. So when anything happens and Akufo-Addo decides to go Google, Gaga, over there in Ghana and that's whatever he does with his Joe Anochi and all those people now, we will be here to still engage people and let them know the truth, what's going on. So treat us with some respect, Sami. NDC, I'm telling you. And with people like this, the way almost see no. And Nakwanika said, we need better team. Do something. Don't sit down. It's not a given. My next piece of advice will go to the youth of Ghana. People, not just the youth, the voters, all of us, as we go into the election, let's never forget what these people have done to us. Let's never forget. Never. Owusu Bempah has no power over anybody. except those who put themselves under his power. The only people are Usu Bempa what power over. Decide say they will give their power, they will lay down their own power and submit themselves to Usu Bempa. No power over. Usu Bempa is mad. He's not. Nenum neke kanu no otiti. Oma piskama no we didn't also show the work for it. And let's acknowledge that for what it is. When it comes time to go vote, disregard anything that this guy has said. He cannot have any influence. Earth moving equipment no musizi yeni nyina no fa de omakwa kwato na nsen nyina onfa nyina nka ho no nko around Ghana no on filling nyina with enya. Bawumia will never be president. Mahamudu Bawumia will never be president. If me personally, if I will ever consider Bawumia for presidency, it will be after this epoch. Because our epoch we need this next 4 years to chase the crazy ballots down and get our money back. Bawumia will not do that. And if Bawumia will be president, it will be for another time. And I know, say after this, Bawumia is done with the NPP. I'm on finding paper table, so cry. But that's a story for another day. I'm just talking to you, my people, Ghana. When it comes time to go vote, use your head. Forget about Usu Bempa. Usu Bempa cannot move shit. Usu Bempa cannot do nothing. Our power and kiambechina for handcuffs in guni na yankwanko to bed. So what I say? Usu Bempa ni bibia. Ontimi nye shi. Wajini sika moma nindi. Nisika odi enya no onye onewu na edi. Such shenanigans. How am I doing for time? Such shenanigans.
They carry Oga dirty water, present in every danger. At the end of this year, waiting you get my dear. As it yet become clear that these people they don't care. We know vex enough. No vex enough.
If you think about these things, your head goes scatter. If you think about these things, your head goes scatter. Honestly, finish for this country we call Ghana. If you think about these things, your head goes scatter.
All right, before we go, let me put in a few more announcements before we go. First of all, I'm appealing to everybody to go download the Radio Culture app, right? The Radio Culture app is much simpler. A lot of the time I get these questions about how can I access the platform? How can I access the platform? And I'm left giving people 8, 10, 12 different platforms that they can access what we're doing from, which is all good. I don't mind doing that. But to make it very simple, people, the easiest way to do that is just to get the app. Because with the app, you don't need to, for instance, go on any website and search. Like if you decide to listen to us on Modern Ghana, for instance, Modern Ghana is not our dedicated platform. It's a platform where we are planqué of small, So when you go to Modern Ghana, for instance, you have to search. Now, if you go to ghnewsnow.com, that one, once it's relaunched, as for that one, it's simple, it's straightforward, because that's the mother platform. So once you reach there, you will see iCulture TV on the left, you see the radio on the right, and then the print stuff right beneath. Okay, so it's every time you go there, you see stuff going on. If you want to listen to radio, you just click on Radio Culture and you're live with us. If you want to watch TV, you click on iCulture TV and you access our programming. We'll be having 3 live shows a day for now as we start, right? 3 live shows a day until further notice when we will increase that number. But that's what's going on. But yes, back to my appeal on the app. Please go download the app, go to Google Play Store and search Radio Culture, just like you see up here. So Radio Culture, right? KULCHA. And once you do that, Isidu is your uncle. please do that for us. Go download the app, because once you do that, like I said, it's an easy one-tap access to Radio Culture. And whilst you're at it, why don't you also download the iCulture TV app, so that you can also watch our audiovisual stuff and also read. For those of you who love to read, there's also a ton of articles about everything under the sun on the website. So you can also go there and get your thing is done. Thank you very much for doing the listening. I also want to announce that we have this is Studio One. I'm reaching you from Studio One in Texas, USA, Radio Culture. Our Studio 2, Radio Culture, is in Kumasi, and we also bring you some programming from over there. We bring you shows like The Drive with Synergy, and that is a show that I'll encourage everybody to check out, because it brings you the very latest in everything, It's Drive style show. So check it out. It's the Drive Time with Synergy on Radio Culture. Please check it out. And we also have a show called Truth to Power. Truth to Power is hosted by this young man, energetic, very vibrant young man called Justice Mafo. Justice is the host for Truth to Power on Radio Culture, which comes to you from Studio 2 in Kumasi, Ghana. We also have some other shows which we'll be telling you about later on down the line. And also on iCulture TV, we have shows like The Street Parliament, where we go into the neighborhoods and listen to what the people really feel versus what the people think and say in the Parliament House over there. So, long story short, we do have a litany of fantastic programming for you on this platform, Imperial Media Concepts, GH News Now. Our social media platforms are normally tagged just GH News Now. So if you go on Twitter, if you go on X, if you go on Facebook or Meta, if you go on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you go, just search GH News Now, GHNEWSNOW, and you will be following us. Please do follow us. Please give us the energy that we need to do the work. And it's just as simple as just showing us what you think about our work. We don't normally say like us, we say tell us what you think, right? So we value comments more than likes. But of course, if you like what we do, why not? Feel free to like our pages, like our shows, like our comments, like everything. And actually tell us what you think. Put your comments in the section. If you have any reaction to what we've spoken about today, feel free to put that in the comment section. We really do appreciate that. All right. I am about to bounce. And once more, before I do that, let me thank my production team. Let me thank everybody who has made this show possible today. And let me also thank you, valued listeners, for doing the listening today. My name is Kwesi, a son, Bakon. I come in peace. I come not to please. I will see you, God willing, maybe this weekend for Weekend Editorial, or maybe sometime in the middle of the week if something very important comes up that needs our attention. But whatever it is, till such times, once more, my name is Kwesi, a son, Bakon. I come in peace. I come not to please. One love every time.
We know vex enough, oh. We know vex enough. We know vex enough, oh. We know vex enough. They insult us so much, I wonder why we know vex. They have pushed our every button, oh, I wonder what is next. Monkey they walk, baboon they chop, they chop. Them no they stop, so them belly pop, but them still they chop. Them go they chop, all the money, ooh. No development with the money, no libby, no laba laba. I swear, this time we no go take them yawa. No gangalea, one bagawaya. I swear, this time they go sell our dawa. You say you be food soldier, they follow party matter. They carry oga dirty water, present in every danger. At the end of this year,
Waiting you get my dear. As it yet they come clear that these people they don't care. We know vex enough. No vex enough.
If you think about these things, your head goes scatter. If you think about these things, your head goes scatter. Honestly, finish for this country we call Ghana. If you think about these things, your head goes scatter. If you think about these things, your head goes scatter. Honestly, finish for this country we call Ghana. Shine your eye, so say you go down. Your grind, no way, go pop in time, dole, pop in time, my way. Shine your eye, so say you go down your grind, activity, no place, school for this life, oh yeah, say we.